The Vanishing of Evelyn Harper. In the quiet town of Willow Creek, nestled between the rolling hills of the Midwest, life moved at a leisurely pace. It was 1965, and the golden hues of autumn cast a warm glow on the quaint houses, with smoke curling from chimneys and children playing in leaf-strewn yards. But beneath this picturesque surface, an unsettling mystery began to unfold that would change the town forever. Evelyn Harper, the town's beloved librarian, was a fixture in Willow Creek. With her round glasses perched on her nose and her hair pulled back in a tight bun, she could often be found shuffling between the dusty shelves of the library, helping patrons find their next great read. Her soft-spoken nature made her well-liked, yet few truly knew her. The townspeople described her as a woman of habit, always at the library, always alone. One crisp evening in late October, Evelyn closed up the library earlier than usual. The sun dipped low on the horizon, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange. She made her way home, but she never arrived. Hours passed, and a sense of dread enveloped the town. When dawn broke the next day, concern turned to panic. Evelyn's absence was uncharacteristic. By midday, her friends gathered in the library, searching for any sign of her. It was then that one of them noticed something peculiar. On the ground by the old train station, just a few blocks from the library, lay a pair of broken reading glasses. Recognizing them as Evelyn's, they quickly alerted the local sheriff, Tom Collins, a no-nonsense man with a reputation for solving cases quickly. Sheriff Collins examined the scene, his brow furrowed in concentration. The broken glasses suggested a struggle or a hasty departure. Evelyn wouldn't just leave her glasses behind, he muttered. The small crowd of worried townsfolk gathered around, whispering theories. Some believed she had met with foul play. Others speculated about a more scandalous affair. In the days that followed, search parties combed through the surrounding woods, checking every abandoned shed and empty building. Rumors swirled, igniting the imagination of the townspeople. Some whispered that Evelyn had been having an affair with a traveling salesman who had visited the town a few weeks prior. They described him as charming, with a smile that could disarm even the most guarded hearts. Weeks passed with no sign of Evelyn. As time wore on, Sheriff Collins grew increasingly frustrated. Every lead seemed to fizzle out, and he feared they were losing precious time. It was during one of his late-night strategy sessions, poring over maps and notes in his office, that a breakthrough came. Charlie, the town mechanic, wandered in, a troubled look on his face. "I think I saw something that night," Charlie began hesitantly. "I was working late in my shop, and I noticed a green Buick parked by the train station. I didn't think much of it until I heard about Evelyn." Sheriff Collins's interest peaked. "Did you see who was driving it?" Charlie shook his head. "No, but I remember thinking it was odd, given that it wasn't a usual sight around here. I can tell you, though, it belonged to Mayor Harold Whitman." The mention of the mayor sent a ripple of tension through the room. Harold Whitman was a charismatic man, always at the forefront of town meetings and community events. But whispers of his shady dealings had long circulated beneath the surface. "What do you know about him?" Collins asked, scribbling notes. "Not much, but there are rumors. Some say he's involved with some unsavory characters," Charlie replied cautiously. "You know, the kind who come through town and don't leave without leaving a mark." The sheriff's mind raced. He couldn't dismiss Charlie's observation. If Evelyn had uncovered something about the mayor's dealings, it could explain her disappearance. The following day, Sheriff Collins approached Mayor Whitman. The mayor greeted him with his usual charm, but Collins sensed something was off. As they spoke, Collins steered the conversation toward Evelyn. "She's been missing for weeks, and we found her glasses by the train station." The mayor's smile faltered for a brief moment. "Evelyn? I can't believe it. Such a shame. But you know how rumors can be. Perhaps she just ran off." Collins narrowed his eyes. "Do you own a green Buick, Mayor?" Whitman's demeanor shifted. "That's a common car in this area, Sheriff. You can't just pin this on me." Collins stepped closer. "We're not pinning anything on anyone yet, but I intend to find out what happened to her. If you have any information, I have nothing to hide." Whitman snapped, his voice low but heated. "Evelyn was just a librarian. Why would I involve myself with her?" Collins left the mayor's office with more questions than answers. As the investigation deepened, he uncovered connections between Whitman and organized crime. The mayor had been using town funds for personal gain, but the stakes grew higher as Collins realized that Evelyn may have discovered this scheme. Despite mounting evidence, the case took an unexpected turn. One cold morning, as Collins prepared to confront Whitman again, news broke that the mayor had vanished without a trace. Panic ensued. Willow Creek was gripped with fear. The man who could have answered their questions had disappeared, just like Evelyn. Sheriff Collins intensified his search. He believed the two cases were linked. Evelyn's absence felt like a dark shadow hanging over the town. And with the mayor's disappearance, a sense of dread settled in. As the leaves fell and winter approached, the townsfolk of Willow Creek could only wonder about the truth behind the mystery. Evelyn Harper, the woman whose life was intertwined with the secrets of their town, became a ghost. Her story whispered in the corners of the library she loved. And while the search for her continued, so did the haunting question: what really happened to Evelyn Harper? And what dark secrets had Willow Creek buried with her? In the years that followed, Evelyn's disappearance became part of Willow Creek's folklore, a cautionary tale reminding the townspeople that beneath the surface of their tranquil lives, darkness lurked, waiting for the right moment to strike again.